It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Happy Saturday, everybody. Alex Escobar here with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. If you have any questions, give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867.
Or you can come up to the porch like this lovely young lady is doing. She's asking about milkweeds. And right now, all we have is the tropical, but they're very beautiful.
They are.
But Calvin is answering her question regarding all different kinds of milkweeds. We do have about 6 or 7 native ones in our area. They're not always available commercially, but when they do, get a hold of them. Otherwise, we have 3 wonderful local or regional sources of seed. Native American Seed out in Junction, and Wild Seed Farms and Stonewall. And then right here in San Antonio is Douglas King Seeds. And they all have various amounts of the seed, or I should say, they each have some of the 6 or 7 different species that do grow here in San Antonio. Some people like one over the other, but I don't mind the tropical. It's not technically a native of Texas, but I manage it very easily. I will cut it back on October 1st or thereabouts, the first week in October. How about that to minimize the attraction of the monarchs to that, and so that they would stay here. That's the big worry, that because the tropical lasts a little bit longer, that they will host more of the virus, which is, and I'm not going to spell the virus. We just call it OE, capital O, capital E, and it will proliferate on the tropical one as the monarchs come by, because they stay active longer. And so the monarchs are attracted to them and stay longer rather than moving on to Mexico. So I solved that problem by just cutting them down. Now, that's hard for some Texans to do because they're usually in full flower at that moment in time. So cutting them down when they're in full flower is hard. I'm not going to say Texans. It's hard for everyone. But that's especially so.
Y'all said that about, I guess, vegetable plants, too.
I'm sorry, which one?
About vegetables, or
yeah.
Even though it's time to switch them out.
So Calvin always mentions that June is production month for tomatoes.
Yes.
When it comes to about July 4th, I like to use little mnemonic devices. So July 4th is when we pull the spring tomatoes out. And a lot of people have a hard time with that. It's still producing, and we go, yeah, but the spider mites are going to overcome that, right? Just overwhelm the plant, and then your production goes way down. And so you might as well just pull it out. Now, we don't put it in the compost heap. We put it in a bag and take the track. Calvin is directing the questionnaire to one of our knowledgeable staff here.
Mary.
You like that? You like that little segue?
Mary.
Beautiful. Anyway,
Mary's going on lunch.
So that's a lot of the springtime plants. Generally around the first week, second week of July, we pull them, and then we get ready for the fall festival, the fall planting season.
I'm trying to get, there's a young person and her mother are here, and they're interested in the milkweeds. And so I was trying to connect them with Mary, who's the staff person that manages the certified butterfly garden here at Milberger's. And so she can try to help answer all her questions. Also, what a coincidence. What do you think my column is on today?
Is it on the milkweeds?
Milkweeds and butterflies. Yeah, just
particularly monarch.
Yeah, it's just kind of just a summary of what we finished this spring in terms of the classes and distribution of milkweeds and what our expectations are. Also, we talk about the survival rate of the milkweeds, the various native milkweeds over the winter. So it's just a bit of a summary for folks that are interested. We also go into we changed our data collection techniques, as we've talked about here.
Yes.
Instead of relying on phone communications with our classroom participants, we are relying on communications on the computer and also addressed envelopes. We provided everybody that we gave seeds to and plants to with addressed envelopes and a data blank sheet so that they could fill in the answers to the questions. So that is the main topic of the column today. And some kind of interesting, one of the main points, though, we made was that we haven't seen many monarchs, despite the fact that there was a report from the wintering grounds that 64% more of the territory was covered by wintering monarchs. But we haven't seen that translated into more numbers. The monarchs came through here, supposedly did. We saw 1 or 3 at a time.
Yeah.
And then they're headed north now, and
So
we'll be
they're well
eventually
past
getting
us.
to Canada and up there. So it'll be interesting, since we didn't see the expansion of that population. It'll be interesting to see if it just bypassed our normal central Texas and South Texas areas, or if they actually are not. There may be an overestimation of the population expansion from Mexico. So that'll be one of the ongoing questions this spring. And when in the meantime, we probably won't see any monarchs until September, but we will start seeing the queen butterflies, and we're starting to see some of those in the landscapes, and they'll be using the same breeding sites, milkweed sites, as the monarchs do. And then plus all the other butterflies that are resident here.
I was going to mention, don't forget about all the other ones we have.
Fritillaries are pretty common right now, and of course the giant swallowtails and black swallowtails.
I saw a giant one last week.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. And then of course we've seen the what is the one that looks like the giant swallowtail, but it is not as interested in the citrus. It likes the
tiger.
Tiger, yeah,
or eastern one sometimes called.
The tigers have been around too. So, and of course that the swallowtail that looks like a black swallowtail but has the blue glowing.
Which I promptly had forgotten. Is that pipevine?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Still have a few brain cells left. Pipeline, and then Red Admiral.
Pipevine, yeah.
And then Admiral, and then Brazilian Skipper? No.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one that we see. I think on the on our Esperanza.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We've seen a lot of red admirals, except right now I don't see them.
I know. As soon as we mention them,
I
we don't
guess
see
it's
them. Except then we'll, and they're in the end of the show, we'll see some.
Then I guess it's because of Alex's preference for the hummingbirds, which we have been seeing. Well, at least the one female has been constantly here. So lots of nectar sources here, lantanas, gosh, and the black-eyed Susan. Where your Angelonias, are they here someplace?
Yeah, they're out on the other side, on the right-hand side, in the back tables. And we have a whole table full of Angelonia.
A lot of different colors?
Yes.
Are they on sale?
I do not believe so, but you know what? I was just zipping past the tables this morning, so I didn't really look.
But boy, there are lots of good plants on sale.
Oh yes.
Some
there's lots of plants for sale on here. There's just a lot of plants.
And of course, just after I bought all my zinnias, and then they're on sale now.
Oh yes.
All 3 different varieties, including the large flowered versions. They're beautiful. They're the yellow ones and orange ones over there. So, what are they? They priced now?
They're priced 8 for $12, and they're regularly $179 each.
Yeah, very nice. Nice looking specimens, full blooms, and the blooms are very compact and bright colors, and they respond quickly. If you plant them in a container or in the garden, and if you fertilized and water them in, they're gonna have more blooms. They've got blooms on now, but they're gonna have more blooms and more foliage quickly. And Mark, your
Just ask and you shall receive. Well, I'll say in a moment. Keep going on.
okay. And what are those? Your 2 smaller versions, the more drought-tolerant versions.
Yeah, the one that the kind of a gold yellow ones.
What was that? Sahara.
It is Zahara with a Z.
And then the other one that's kind of a middle size with you got your choice between some bright rust color.
I was going to say, but some of the profusion are a little bit taller. Some of them are a little bit smaller.
Well, there's that double profusion over there.
I know, that's the one I'm looking at.
Wow.
Really bright orange and yellow color.
And boy, I've planted some of those, and they do very well in containers, and small containers, and hot sun against the building, or in the garden.
Yeah. So whatever variety you have, it doesn't matter. It's all zinnias, as far as I can tell.
So lots of.
Well, earlier today,
Yeah.
because I first made sure that they were on sale, right. The crepe myrtles are on sale.
Mm-hmm.
What are they now?
Right now, they're they're 50% off.
There you
Crepe
go.
myrtles
They're
are 50
all 50% off. So I asked staff to provide me with a list of what we have. Just like last week, the Cenizos were on sale, and they provided me with a list of all the ones they had. And so I went back there, but I didn't have a pen, so I couldn't write down all the ones. Almost. So all the way from a 2 foot to 3 foot size plant and maturity, all the way up to they do have, let's see, Yeah, Basham's Party Pink, which is a 35-footer. Some of the ones they have, a Coma, that's a white one. Dynamite, red one. A Toga, I don't know what that one. Tuscarora, that's one of our favorites. We like
Pink.
that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ebony Flame, Royalty, Zuni, that's one of the smaller ones. Red Rocket, that's one of the newer ones, and yeah, you can tell by red. And that Black Diamond, now those are the ones that have the dark red foliage. And so I'm not a fan, but a lot of people are. So that's rather new. Basham's Party Pink, I mentioned. Kokomo.
That probably would not fit in my Beetle to haul home, would it? The Basham's Party.
No. But people, you know it. You've seen it. You've seen these really tall crepe myrtles that have a light lavender flower to them, pinkish lavender.
Well, I don't remember which freeze it was, but they froze from 30 feet down to the ground. And they were blooming the next year.
Yeah. And then Muskegee, which is another mid-sized one, which has a very pretty flower to it.
So you could find a size to fit almost the situation you had. Because full sun, they all need full sun.
Full sun. And you never have to prune them if you get the right size. So find out the size you want, and then that will be the mature size, and then don't ever prune them again.
Sounds good.
I have a guess.
Oh,
What's
we
up?
have a question.
Yes.
What's
Want to come up and see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
These are leaves off of a jasmine that we have, and they have some of them is not entirely like that, but some leaves have got that going on.
What kind of jasmine?
Is it Confederate jasmine or star jasmine or?
I don't know.
Okay.
We were told that's the one that's the most hardy.
Is it
For trees?
is it a vine or what is it?
Yeah, it spreads. It's a vine. We got it going on an arch.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So-
It's probably Confederate or star jasmine is another name.
And the problem is that are all these leaves showing this symptom?
Some of them.
Just some?
Yeah, it looks fungus.
Yeah. And still have blooms on it?
Not now. It doesn't. It was full of blooms,
Yeah.
but not now. It doesn't have any.
Yeah, they were kind of we're into June, so it's probably not their primary blooming period. And what are you worried about it, this fungus being translated into a bigger part of the plant, or?
Yeah, I think so. Something's wrong, so we want to take care of it.
How long has it been growing there?
2 years.
2 years.
So it more than doubled in size
Yeah, I'll bet.
in
Yeah.
2 years. But we see this on it now, and
How much are you watering it?
I got a drip system on it, so 10 minutes, at night.
Every night?
How often?
Every day, every night. Is that too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus all the rain we've had.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what they're tough.
Yeah. Is it in full sun? Or shade?
Yeah, there's a big oak tree that, in the morning it shades it.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
Yeah, so I would switch it to, I don't know, once they're established, I don't even think, but switch it to maybe this summer to once every 2 weeks or so. Water.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. Either once a week or once every other week.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the system. That's an in-ground system that you have with a box and everything.
Yeah, it's a drip system.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Sometimes you have to press 2 buttons at once and hold your tongue properly. On the right side.
On the right cheek or left?
Yeah, but it will. Most of them say interval,
Okay.
and then it'll pop up, and you can do 14 days. So that's kind of cool. Anywhere from 7 to 14. Well, anyway, anyone from 2 to 14 days.
Yeah.
And so definitely no more than once a week.
Okay.
And you're gonna get a leaf drop, probably, but I think it should be.
So
In the long run, it'll be
will
fine.
that take care of itself? Oh.
Yeah, you
good.
don't have to spray it. Or
That's why we're asking you all these questions about the amount of water and then sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a goodly amount of sunlight, as they say, then it should be okay.
Okay.
Right? In other words, you don't have to buy anything special.
All right. Cool.
yeah, that's a great plan.
Wait a minute, Milberger does pay us.
Really
right?
taking advantage of this weather we had. Now it's going to take a break, so
Yeah.
Okay.
so you'll get a bit of a retreat.
I'll back off on the water then.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah. It's not going to die from lack of water.
yeah, I think most of the plants we got now are pretty. They're natural plants.
Yeah.
So
All right. Sounds good.
thanks.
Good luck.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no. That's an excellent vine. That's one of the ones we recommend. So, yeah. And it's very nice smelling. In the evenings, early, a little bit earlier, like late spring, is usually when it goes. Yeah, it's amazing. Now, it's on a trellis, kind of like an arch. Is it sturdy? Yes. Okay. Because they do get heavy when they get mature. That vine does. So I always recommend a sturdy vine. Yeah. Did you tell him that? Is that where you're hitting him?
Turning red.
Right. And that's because of the fungus.
All right.
Yeah, you'll have to put up with a retreat, and then
Now,
you'll
you may want to do a little slow release fertilizer. I wouldn't do it in July or August. I would, next couple of weeks, just a little bit.
at 19th.
Oh, no. The Asmaco, that's mostly for containers.
That's too expensive.
Yeah.
Just use some of that 1959
A small amount.
slow release. It's half slow release, half fast release. Yeah, and you can store it for. You don't have to use a lot of it, but Osmocote works, of course, but it's more expensive than you need to use on. Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks.
All righty. Thank you so much. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. I want to thank that guest that came up asking about their Star Jasmine. Speaking of Star Jasmine, it is on sale, $28.88 or 2 for $50. We'll get to more sales right now, but 210-308-8867. We have James on the line. James, how are we doing today?
Oh, okay, I guess. We've got a little over 17 inches of rain out here, and everything's pretty much done for.
Oh, man.
I was going to say that's a lot in your type of soil. Did you get the ark built in time?
Oh, it's way past arc time, man. You can surf on this stuff.
So
There's
did it,
4 inches of water in the front yard.
Oh, man.
oh my! So is there any plant that survived, or do you think will survive?
The tomato farm is up a little bit higher, so it's not standing in water, but it's wet enough. So it's pretty much a crop failure for all the plants that are putting on right now. But I have about a 50-foot row of tomatoes that were planted late that I have hope for. They might make it.
Well, I guess then I won't be bragging about the big pull bigs and tycoons that I've been harvesting, huh? Yeah, gosh, I've had so many I've had to distribute them to the neighbors. James?
Well, I've got a lot of tomatoes there, and they're all cracked, and they're all swollen up, and they might be good for tomato juice, but that's probably going to be it.
Huh. Yeah, well, gosh,
it's a failure, man. It's too much rain. But the question I had, that 50-foot row, I want to try to keep that alive, so I'm spraying it with the corn meal water tea for a fungicide. And I was wondering if next time I spray I could put BT in that, or it has to be a separate spray.
That is a good question.
Why
would you put BT in there?
In case there's any
I'm
kind of
not sure if the worms that get on the tomato fruit worms, I have to take the covers off of those rows to dry them out, and I don't know if that moth is going to start beating me up, and I want to keep BT on those plants in case.
Oh, okay, on the foliage and fruit, huh?
On the 50-foot row that's left.
Because for the BT to work, they've got to consume some of that covered material, the foliage or the fruit.
I think that's
so
a great question.
So the BT has to be a separate spray?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'd have to mull on that for a while. What the for everyone here, what James talking about is if you soak this cornmeal, you can't use it right away. You got to let it soak overnight or 48 hours, and then you can use the water from that soaking to spray on as an antifungal agent. Because what you're doing is a fungus is forming on that solution. And a beneficial fungus, and you can apply it on the tomatoes as a antifungal treatment. I've never seen any test results on that, but that is the theory, and a lot of people support that theory.
What lot of people are those?
A lot of people
I've never heard of it.
A lot of people out there. A lot of folks. I know people. So anyway, yeah, it's. I want to go trichoderma. It's a beneficial fungus.
Yes.
Am I right on that, James?
Trichoderma. That's what it. Yes, the trichoderma is developed, and then it's sprayed onto the plants where it fights different fusarium, and the list goes on and on of the different funguses that attack the plants when you have 17.5 inches of rain.
Well, good luck.
Well, what about putting the BT in that?
I don't think it's I don't think it's a problem because I don't think the trichoderma is going to affect the BT. Now, having said that, I'm struggling to think about that because the BT is a fungus. Bacillus thuringiensis. That's a fungus, isn't it?
Yeah. No.
No, it's a bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No.
It's a bacterium.
Yeah, it's a bacteria. So, or bacterium, as you correctly say it. So, having thought about it a little bit, I don't think there would be a problem.
Whether it'll work that would make it easy.
I've got to uncover the plants, and they're going to be susceptible to the moths getting on them, and I wanted to treat with BT just in case.
Yeah, that's fun.
It certainly won't hurt them, but I'm just questioning how effective it'll be. But you've tried it before and it worked?
No.
Okay.
I've never been in a situation like this where I've had 17 and a half inches of rain. This is the first time we've had this particular disaster. So I don't know.
Well, let us know how it turns out.
Yeah, I've got a 50-foot row of Celebrity Plus that are just coming in. Green tomatoes, about 2 inches in diameter, and I wanted to try to save that crop. The early crop is done for. All the tomatoes have split. No matter, even the green tomatoes are splitting with all the water. So that's a crop failure. But I want to try to save the ones that are starting to come in now.
I'm sorry, I took my hearing things off. My hearing things? Yeah, what are they called?
Headphones.
Headphones, yeah. So I didn't hear that last little bit, James. I'm sorry.
Well, I wanted to save that 50-foot row. They're just starting to come in. They've got little green tomatoes on them. And if you don't get any more rain at all, that row might make some nice tomatoes.
I'm looking at the
and
weather. It's going to be some light rain or humid, and I think you're thinking correctly on antifungal. Some keeping the fungi off that, because we're getting late in the year. We had all this rain, and I think it's going to be really humid in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I think you're on the right track.
Yeah, I'm spraying the corn water tea every 3 days, I guess.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. You just make it in the barrel and then turn the pump on and spray it out at the end of the hose. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. Now, are you letting it settle for a little bit to activate all the trichoderma? So, I mean, are you waiting 24 hours?
Yeah, a couple of days. You can go a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, and then spray another barrel full, and then go 2 or 3 days and spray another barrel full, and you get the good effect of the trichoderma.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put some BT in the next batch.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, thanks for taking my call.
You're very welcome, sir. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, James.
That's you. You're
Back
supposed
to me,
to talk
yes.
then.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say thank you again one more time. But thank you, James. 210-308-8867. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Talked about just a couple of the items we have for sale this weekend here at Milberger's. So let's get through the rest. We have the Vinca Cora series, the periwinkle, one of the Texas superstars, on sale 8 for $12. We also have Vitex, now 50% off.
And that Vinca is a deer-proof plant, too.
Oh, yeah.
And they're very drought tolerant, so that's great for the summer here in San Antonio.
Yes, the Vitex is on sale, 50% off. It's a great deal. We also have Star Jasmine, as we mentioned earlier, on sale for $28.88 or 2 for $50. Begonias on sale, 8 for $12. I think that's just the regular begonias, not the whoppers. Crepe myrtles, 50% off. Roses, all roses, 25% off. So that's all types of roses on sale here at Milberger's.
And there's some of the tough modern roses, and there's a lot of the fancier roses, too.
Mm-hmm.
Some old-fashioned still.
So some old-fashioned I checked this morning, and our favorite Martha Gonzalez, and there's a couple of old blushes, and of course the Mutabilis, which is a great hedgerows.
Yeah, if you want a neat, orderly, but large, and provides good cover for wildlife and attractive blooms over a long season.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how long.
It gives you those options of neat and orderly, or if you just want to let it do its thing.
And well, let's see. I was thinking of the 4 colors or 3 colors that eventually the blooms start out. Yeah, kind of a yellow and then pink
and
and
pink.
a red.
It gets a darker pink. So very shade. So at least 3, probably 4.
So that's a great addition for your landscape. And if you got a full sun area that you need to fill, or you want to make a very attractive hedge, easy to take care of, that's a great choice.
Yes, all roses 25% off. Holly ferns on sale for $22.88. We have zinnias on sale 8 for $12. Bougainvilleas now 25% off. Pentas on sale 5 for $9.50. We have Asian jasmine on sale for $1.19. And then, of course, we have the Milberger's Premium Lawn and Garden Fertilizer. It's a 19.59 mix, only $49.99.
Yeah, and that's enough fertilizer for fertilizing a typical lawn twice. But and the stores were easy, and it's also as we talked about today with the gardener, it's one of the best general fertilizers to use. Half of it is fast release, half of it is slow release nitrogen, and it's got sulfur and it's got iron in it. Does a good job. I always recommend that if you're preparing a new bed in the vegetable garden or in the flower garden, that you put about 10 cups per 100 square feet of bed of that. You can't go wrong with that 1959. Now, we had one gardener that talked about using Osmocote.
Yeah.
And Osmocote's a great fertilizer, but it's the kind we use on containers, which is a little more sensitive to the nutrients and the reaction of the plant roots, and it's much more expensive. So you probably want to limit your Osmocote use to containers, especially smaller containers, and then rely on this 1959 for the regular garden and the trees and the shrubs, flowers.
No, it's good math. That 10 cups per 100 square feet. If it's 200 square feet, how many cups would he use? 20.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
I blanked.
If it was only 50 square feet, how many cups would he use?
He'd use 5.
5. See, I love that number. 10 for 100 square feet. Works really, really well. And yeah, Calvin said you could do a typical lawn twice. So supposedly a 40-pound bag will cover, it says 7,600. Most lawn yards are somewhere around 4,000 to 6,000. Or I'm sorry, the other way, 3,000 to 4,000 square feet lawn. So yeah, certainly do that.
And Mark and I, this is later in the year than we normally recommend you fertilize the lawn, but this has been a strange year, and we're finally getting some rain, and we're finally getting the lawn, our San Augustine Bermuda grass and zoysia grass, responding to the available rain and the warm weather, and so it is growing up a storm, and so it's ready and capable of taking advantage and utilizing those nutrients. So your probably pretty well off if you go ahead and use some of that 1959 on the lawn, and then look again in the fall for a second treatment.
And with all the rain and with the grass growing a lot more than usual, should you be cutting it higher or lower?
You just cut it at the same.
It's the same
height, yeah. Now, there's a lot of debate, and there used to be more debate than there was.
Yeah, it's just, I think we kind of decided on this. We have some evidence in a sauce test that we were Calvin and I were associated with, but we were kind of leaning that way anyway. And it's just maintain the same height regardless of the season. And keep your blades sharp.
Yeah, for Bermuda grass, the shorter you can cut it, the better off you are, but at least down there, an inch and a half, 2 inches at the tallest. Zoysia 2, San Augustine, I like 3.5. Some people like 3 or even go 4, but so basically 1.5 for Bermuda, 2 for Zoysia, and 3.5 for San Augustine. Now, if you're trying to grow buffalo grass, then you don't do much mowing, because otherwise it just can't compete with the weeds in the
in Bermuda
grass. Did we interrupt you?
No, we went through all the sales.
It was the last thing on the list.
Yes, the fertilizer.
The fertilizer. So, yeah, it was a good topic because years ago, back when I was a youngster, we'd always say in normal years with rainfall that your St. Augustine will get a little light in June. Now that's with normal rainfall, so kind of forgotten about that over the years, and that we would do a little iron sulfate or a little product with some sulfate and nitrogen in it. But we haven't done that. Now, you look at the rainfall and the prospective rainfall we're going to have, and I would go, I think a little 1959 is appropriate. Both because of all the rain we had and the roots are ready to go and the blades are ready to go, but also just because it might be you may not have as many nutrients in the soil as we normally do. And I think it's a good time. Yeah,
and then another fertilization, the nutrients, was one issue. Another issue that is getting a lot of attention now, and the gardener that we had talked to earlier in the show, she brought this up, and she and I were talking about the amount of sun. Her landscape through the years has changed, but she still, and they had trouble with the grass, and so they've redone it now. But she had already thought about the sun, and she said she had at least 6 hours of sun, so that it was worthwhile to make an investment in a new lawn or a repaired part of the lawn. Whereas if you got too many of us, if we get a lawn that's not performing, the first thing we want to do is get new grass, new sod, but that doesn't work if you're not getting enough light in there to support the lawn. Even our San Augustine grass, which is our most shade-tolerant grass, needs at least 6 hours of sun to perform well. And Zoysia needs more. Quite often we'll hear people say, well, we'll try Zoysia because it's more shade-tolerant. Mm-hmm. It's not more shade-tolerant.
No.
Great grass, but you need the right conditions for it, including
I always say you
sun.
Need 8 hours, at least 8 hours of sunlight. Direct sunlight, folks. That's direct sunlight for the zoysia. We say usually the San Augustine will tolerate 6 hours but that's direct sunlight again. If you have shade throughout the day, but you may have some bright sunlight for a couple of hours, that's not going to do it. It's still too little sunlight. And then you must think about some other options. What Calvin I like is there's some really wonderful ground covers and shade-tolerant plants that you can use to make some really nice beds. And you could, as a result, don't have to water as much. Save yourself a little water bill.
And a lot of maintenance effort once they're established. This is not great lawn grass territory here in the Central Texas area. It's a constant challenge to keep a lawn, even our best varieties of turf grass is a constant challenge to keep the lawn looking good, prospering. So if you don't have the conditions, and mostly the main one is enough sun, you may as well retreat to, well, gosh, that's not a good term. It's not a retreat. It's a positive motion to environmentally more appropriate, and it's very, very attractive and much easier to take care of. Did you mentioned your bougainvillea? Did you notice the nice little a bunch of them over there? Right there in front of us, right behind the plumbago, the white and the blue plumbago.
Mm-hmm.
But look,
Oh, yeah.
how about those sunflowers? Those are very attractive over there.
Oh, yeah.
I went over. I didn't get a chance to see what their
What
selection they were, but they're not the annuals. They're not the ones that we're more familiar with. We got basically a complex stem situation, but gosh, the color of the flowers.
No, they're very bright. Very.
And they will attract. They've got the same attraction to pollinators that zinnias do, plus the butterfly. But the butterflies will lay eggs on them, especially those. I can't think of Milton's favorite butterfly.
Oh, the one that attacked.
Yeah,
Is that one of the painted? No. Pipe. Is it pipe vine? No. Painted? I can't remember, but yes.
It'll come to us.
It attacks the sunflowers. And he has these favorite sunflowers.
Right, but it's amazing, though, because they'll lay their eggs on the sunflower, and they will consume most of the foliage, but the foliage will be back. Mm-hmm. If they haven't been eaten in May, they're probably not going to be eaten now for the rest of summer. But it doesn't take the foliage long to regrow on sunflowers. Yeah, then must be 25 different selections of sunflower, including the Maximilian is a.
Yeah. And I was walking by, and there was a new variety that was in the pots in number 2, I think.
Those right there.
Yeah, those. Oh, yeah. I thought
they're beautiful.
They're they're smaller.
Did you see
and
what
a smaller head?
Did you see what the name was?
It was called Sunlee or Sunkin or something like that.
Yeah,
I
was wondering if it's a perennial or an annual.
Yeah, very nice. About 3 feet or 2 feet, 30 inches maybe, and small.
Very.
About what do we say? About 2 inches diameter.
Maybe.
Two.
Now, if you've got
flower,
a gardener's got annual sunflowers, they can be 8 feet tall. Mine are.
Exactly.
Oh, man. All right. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 a.m. The Answer.
Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. We'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Or if you're here walking around Milberger's, we're here at the patio. If you have any questions, come on up. We'll do our best to get those questions answered. Ooh, man, it is definitely a warm day today.
What's happening?
Oh, I was saying it's definitely starting to be the normal to be warm out here.
Oh.
And honestly, I think from what I saw, the highs are in the 90s for the next couple of weeks, next couple of days. So
Yeah.
it's here to stay.
It's in June. It snuck up on us.
Oh, I know. Oh, yes, give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. I was looking at what we had for sale, the holly ferns and the Asian jasmines. In the descriptions, they're saying they would make good ground covers, those two. I guess if someone wanted to make a ground cover for their lawns, what goes into making that, or putting ground cover?
What do say again?
I guess, what's the maintenance, or what's like, how do you keep up a ground cover?
Asiatic jasmine, you depends on how tall you want it. You can, if you're trying to camouflage the oak seedling or the sprouts, then you probably have it up there about 8 inches tall. You can have it a little shorter, but 12 inches is a good. That gives it enough foliage to support it very well. And but it depends on the soil and how much sun. You can take the shade, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good. You kind of adjust it based on how it reacts. If you got good soil, you can support a pretty low plant. If you you don't have a lot of soil, then you quite often you'll have to grow a little higher plant. But what did you find out, Mark? Guess what the name of that butterfly?
So the company's name is Sunfinity, and that's what I just saw earlier. But it's simply called double flower sunflower small.
It didn't give you
it gave me a species name, and I'm like, there's a lot of Heliocanthus, and I'm like, which ones? But anyway, we have they look really beautiful. So they were in a number 2, and it looks like they can be a container or in the ground.
Now they aren't on sale, are they?
The sunflowers, no.
Huh?
The
sunflowers?
No, they were not.
Yeah. What are they? Do we know what they're selling for?
No, I did not see that part. I'm sorry. I was just looking for the name. That was my only job.
Now
Go check.
Alex and I got the name of the caterpillar while you were gone. Bordered patch.
Border patch. Is the attacker of the sunflower.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's its favorite place to lay its eggs.
Yeah. And you know what? I wasn't really familiar with that one. Just by the name, maybe.
I'll bet you've seen it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it.
It's everywhere, and they're all different sizes.
But I really didn't know the impact until our host came in crying, literally, with his named sunflower, and I forgot the name. It was eaten. in like 24 hours. I mean, literally, 12 to 24 hours, something like that. And I said, don't worry, it'll come back.
We tried to tell them not to worry. The foliage will be back in 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. 2 to 3 weeks, I think is his response was. I'm going, yeah.
And they don't didn't seem to eat the flowers. They just ate the foliage, which that's what caterpillars do.
And the main thing that we want is the flower part that's actually going to form the seed, the pollination part for the pollinators, and then the seed later on for the birds. And so,
that's my favorite. Well, I love the looks of those sunflowers too, but my main reason for wanting to plant them is for those lesser goldfinches. I just love having them.
That's why I like it.
And all about.
Yeah, that's why this particular sunflower caught my eye, because it's more restrained and good size shape of flower, and not overwhelming like the annual ones can be.
And folks keep talking about how wonderful cardinals. They love cardinals. Cardinals will come to those patches of sunflowers
I
too,
love
and feed and harvest some of the seed from the sunflowers as they mature. And then and they're easy to, once you get a patch of those sunflowers growing in your landscape, you have the potential for them to come back every year. In fact, they'll take over unless you. I always recommend you designate a sunflower area and then pull them up every place else. Otherwise, you'll have a full yard of sunflower rather than any kind of other plants.
I went to go check the price for those sunflowers. They were $16.99.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. We don't. Oh, there's your buddy back there.
Oh yeah, the hummingbird's back.
Yeah.
Where are they on
There
the?
she is. Yeah, she's back at the her favorite. She took a little break for some of the salvias over there. So.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then of course, the lantanas are there. There's less attraction to the lantanas now, early in the summer than later in the summer, and in the fall especially, as they're one of the main pollinator attractors. So it's good to have them in the landscape, and of course you can't hardly do worse in terms of all the colors and tough, drought tolerant, pest resistant. The one pest that we deal with quite a bit is the lacewings. Is it that on our yellow?
Yeah. So
last year we didn't have much problem with them.
The last couple of years, they were notorious on the lacebugs, on the new gold lantana and similar ones. But we haven't seen that in a couple of years right now. Knock wood.
Knock on wood.
The other big problem is on some of the sycamores and some of the oaks, in particular bur oak, that they can be a problem later on, late July, August. And that's usually one. They like to be hot. The lacebugs like to attack when it's hot.
So what are you talking about? The lacebugs are a problem with the oaks?
On the
or
bur
the
oak
lantanas are a problem.
Both. But I haven't seen it on the lantana. I don't remember when lantana, the leaves would just turn bright yellow to clear almost. I mean, you can see right through them. And it's because of lacebugs.
Yeah, and we used to try to do some preventive strategies. If you see any kind of action symptom, it worked for a lot of gardeners just to go skim off that top and layer and eliminated a lot of the lacebug action, and then you get a faster repair, basically. And then there were a couple pesticides, insecticides that worked if you got them on fast enough.
Yeah, some of the systemics like Merit was one that you could use, a soil drench. I'm trying to remember some other ones, but I remember Merit.
Now, the problem with that, of course, is I don't know if we've ever resolved it. Do those systemics to control the lace bugs on antennas, do they impact the butterflies that would be on the antennas?
Or bees was the other one that they were worried about. Yes, the pollinators in general was a worry that particular chemical could affect those flowers. And that's why I say I kind of used it in the past tense. I remember when we used Merit because it has kind of fallen out of favor. And, of course, on the lantanas, we didn't really worry about it. We just took the old top off, all the leaves, and then let it regrow.
Yeah, that's probably in terms of protecting our butterfly populations, that's probably a better strategy than the systemics.
Yeah, and then with the sycamores, we use the Mexican sycamore, which has a natural defense. On the underside of its leaves are all very hairy, and so that prevents the lace bugs from doing their damage. And on the bur oaks, we just go, bur oak's a little hairy, but not as much. And if some of the leaves get infested, well, we don't really worry about it. We just take care of those leaves. Or, if it's small, we can use a little horticultural soap and spinosad mixture. Takes care of the problem right off.
So I know that our begonias are on sale, and I'm looking over there to see. Looks like we still have all of the
Colors,
foliage colors, and the bloom colors. And they make that's one of the best plants for annual flowers for summer shade. And of course, I love the whoppers. The whoppers are showier, but they also have the same characteristics in terms of being relatively drought tolerant and being blooming constantly through the summer and really coloring up the shade garden. And they do pretty well surviving the winter, too, begonias.
Yes, begonias, they're on sale, 8 for $12.
Now let's see, looks like we've got we're back into the sweet potatoes over there. We got both of the light green and the red foliage, or what is that kind of iron colored? What is that color that over there? The sweet potato vines. You see them? There's the two light greens surrounding that iron color. I'm trying to figure what's the best description for that iron color.
That's another sweet potato vine, but yeah, it's a different.
But what is the color? How would you describe
it's
the
a
color?
dark maroon or kind of an off maroon.
It's not a lavender.
Oh no! It's more maroonish.
Maroon, okay.
Yeah.
Ish.
Now I've always had better luck with the light green.
Yeah, so have I.
So rather than the,
I think it's more useful in color as a color palette with other plants. That's kind of what I like about it. One, yes, I've had better growth and less pests if there are any. And then I just like it because that light green works with other plant colors.
yeah, and that's another plant that does real well in in the shade. Yeah, and it's an unusual, controllable vine, basically. But we talked about the begonia having some cold tolerance, but the sweet potato vine doesn't have any cold tolerance. It does not like the cold.
So anyway, you can grow it until it's cold.
That's for sure.
And then it's gone. And you go, okay, something else now.
Will it come back after the cold, or once it's gone?
Not usually.
It's gone.
It is gone.
All right.
Are we heading towards break, or we're always
In a
there?
little bit. We got a couple more minutes.
Well,
Did
let's
you have
just
something?
tease that.
All right.
So when Calvin mentioned pests,
Yes.
I was going to talk about the audacious mosquito that's inhabiting my backyard right now. They're very audacious and multitude.
What's that mean? Audacious and multitude? Does that mean
They attack
bite?
wherever. Yes, they will attack you wherever you are, and they're just ready to bite. So I was like thinking, well, a lot of people call up and go, are there any plants that will protect you against the mosquitoes? And you could say some of the plants that emit odors will help, but you have to like bruise the vegetation in order to get the essential oils out. So you could try English lavender, you could try lemongrass, you could try citronella, which is basically a scented geranium, and try to use those plants. But the one thing is you have to kind of crush them. Oregano, you could try oregano oil. Thyme.
We don't talk about oregano much. That's another deer-proof plant too.
It's deer and creeping thyme. These are all, but they like full sun, or mostly sun with a little shade in the afternoon or morning shade. And they do really, really well on rocks or in between pavers. That's why I like them. But anyway, some of those have to be crushed to emit their essential oils. So you just can't have the plants just doing that on their own. They do know they emit a small amount. They really need to be bruised.
Maybe somebody else out there has a home remedy or suggestions for mosquitoes.
Hence, that's why I wanted to do a time.
Yes.
So as we go into break, I'll allow a lot of people out there. Do you have any home remedies for audacious, multitudinous? I don't know what the word is.
Multitudin?
I don't know.
But yes.
A lot. Audacious and a lot. Abundant.
There we go.
Abundant mosquitoes.
Bugs that bite.
Bugs that bite. Let us know at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. We'll wait your call. We'll be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867.
As I mentioned in the article on Saturday, you might want to, you can get a copy of it from the 7-Eleven store or H-E-B or wherever, and it's got an account of the action in our monarch and milkweed classes this spring. We had 6 of them, and we changed the method of distribution of plants, and we gave some stratified seed. And we also talked about the success of the various native milkweeds, which ones survived the winter the best, and which ones was one of the things that really surprised me was that the Zodi, which is the one that grows south and west of San Antonio, and it's been the most successful and the easiest to get to germinate. Nothing germinated this spring. Must have been a seed problem.
Do you think a seasonal aspect is also an issue? I think you touched on that in the article, that one group of seeds or one individual germinates better in the fall. You think that has anything to do with it?
Well, it seems to be the swamp. We've always had swamp is one of the easiest to grow through most of North America, but here in Texas, or at least in our area, and with our gardeners, we don't have much luck getting it to germinate with the spring classes. But in the fall, the germination rate's pretty high. That Zizodia, what I was talking about, I think that seed maybe had been collected a while back and had lost its potency. And that happens because sometimes you'll get like that. We saw this with the swamp before too. You get a new seed source, and they get you some new seed, and suddenly the germination rate is much higher than it has been. So even milkweed seed as as resilient as it is, has some long-term germination capabilities. It really does. The older it gets, the less responsive and the less germination you get too. So, yeah, and it's kind of interesting when you do that stratification, and when you're using about 7 different varieties of seed like we do, how the response is so different. This spring, the antelope horn, the showy, butterfly weed, and one of the other ones was those 3 were really the most responsive, and then the green and the surprisingly the tropical milkweed, the germination rate wasn't that great, and I've had seed from several sources, so I don't know what that means. I haven't figured that out. It's easier if you got one seed source and the germination rate changes, but if you got a number and all of them have the same kind of response, then you say, well, what in the world? It's something other than just old seed, you think, that's causing it. So that's kind of interesting. As we go through this process, we learn more and more about it.
From your spring classes, has there been any reports or updates from?
Yeah, we're starting to get some of the reports. I'm kind of optimistic on the stratified seed germination. I was a little, this is the first time we've done that. It's not a simple process. You stratify the seed, and then you have to get it into the hands of the gardeners, and the gardeners got to get it into the soil site pretty quickly. And you don't know what variation is going to cause, and so, but the preliminary results indicate that the few seeds that we've gotten reports on, the success of the gardeners is consistent with the success that we had as that I had planting the seed. So that kind of indicates that the stratification worked and the seed worked. The factor was the seed rather than the who was doing the planting, and that's kind of that's a positive sign too. But it's an interesting process for sure. We should start getting more results, I think by July 1st. That's when we'll start getting more. And then we'll be curious about how much response we get. But I think we will get more response using these self-addressed envelopes and the computer than we did by the phone. That's just, I don't know why we tolerated that so much. It just, I guess it was the kind of the easiest thing to do, and we're probably less interested in data than we were in. It's just kind of an immediate response to and we're relying on planting containers rather than seeds, so that makes a difference too. But anyhow, yeah, we'll continue to report what we find out, and I'm pretty optimistic that we'll get some good results.
We're still waiting your calls. Hopefully someone has some remedies for mosquitoes, because mosquitoes are here. 210-308-8867.
I'm desperate. Call.
Yes.
Please call.
Are these mosquitoes, being from Michigan, do these mosquitoes, Texas mosquitoes, even phase you? Can you even tell they're there?
Normally, no. As I mentioned off the air, mosquitoes as large as pigeons used to be found in Minnesota and Michigan. But recently, with all this rain, and not all my neighbors practice good mosquito control, i.e., all buckets, all containers need to be emptied quickly. This morning and last night, I was just inundated. Now, I just came back from New York. For those who follow me on Facebook, I just came back from New York, Long Island. And so I was kind of unprepared by all the mosquitoes that attacked me last night and this morning in the garden.
You don't think it was a response to your new films that you turned loose?
No. Not at all.
Yeah, there was that was in your Facebook. No, it was in the Gardening Volunteers of South Texas.
Texas, yeah. So
that sounds like some interesting classes.
There were lots of adventures in that, and there will be more adventures next month. Oh no, the new ones, all the new adventures dropped last week Friday. Oh, I'm sorry, will be this week Friday. This week is June.
Yes.
You got it. They're there. They were reported.
Yeah.
I
can't remember. I'm all lost. It's
the jet lag.
Friday, yesterday, afternoon, they all dropped. So we have 2 new videos. The Adventures of Mark in the gardening world of South Texas. Some very beautiful landscapes. Go out and check them out on the Gardening Volunteers South Texas website. That's gardeningvolunteers.org. And click on Go Gardening. Yeah, some really cool places.
Where
they were native.
These
A
videos?
lot of the topics were native plants.
Yeah. We'll try hard. So this particular yard, one of the yards was very native and very beautiful, not a speck of grass. I think both yards, not a speck of grass. For those who are interested in no more mowing. So, I'm sorry. You're about to say what?
Well, I was asking where about, I guess, in the area where these videos taken, or...
Oh, the video's on the northwest side,
Northwest.
and I'm trying to remember the other one, where the other one was. Near Helotes was one of them, and a very beautiful site. Some shade, not too much. The ability to use both plants that prefer the sun and then plants that prefer the shade, and we dealt with both of them.
How long are those? I mean, are they 15 minutes or a half hour?
Yeah, they tend to be about between 13 and 15 minutes. We do little segments that are 2.5 to 3.5 minute segments, and then we edit them together. And John does an excellent job at doing that. John Bogus. He's the videographer.
I remember him.
Yeah, he worked alongside you for a while.
Quite a few years coming.
Yeah, now he retired just when I was joining. So I attended his goodbye farewell we had, and then like 4 months later I was employed by Saws. And there's the story. And then hooked up with him about 5 years ago. This is our 5th year of doing the Go Gardening videos. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Just for information, they spend 30 days on the Go Gardening website, the gardeningvolunteers.org website, and then we put them on the YouTube. So if you want to see all the past videos for the last 4.5 years, you can go to YouTube and then put Go Gardening video on there, and then you'll see all the archived ones. You see me without a beard and with a beard.
Well, that's a real treat.
Yeah, with glasses and without glasses.
With messy hair and with messy hair.
Wait. Yes.
I guess I shouldn't say anything. All three of us got pretty unruly hair.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of my hair looks like, did you just get up from bed, Mark?
Yeah.
Why, yes, I had.
That's why we're a radio station, not a...
Sorry?
That's why we're a radio station, not a video.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm using my radio hair.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, did you notice what are these plants over here with the foliage, the big grass-like?
Those were lemongrass. At least they were. I think they still are. But
Yes.
lemongrass
Yes.
plants.
And there's it's a big swallowtail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Flying around.
Maybe it didn't like the foliage, but maybe it did. But yeah, so some big spiky things. Again, lemongrass is supposedly in a what's the opposite of attraction? Is a deterrent.
Repellent.
Yeah, repellent. There we go. Repellent to mosquitoes. But I find you got to bruise them a little bit to get the air.
Bruising, you mean you got to snap it or break a piece off?
Yeah, maybe you sacrifice one maybe.
Well, they grow fast. They come back. If you had,
if you had
six of them or so.
If you had a big field, I was just thinking of another one, bee balm. So bee balm is actually a lemon-scented, lemon-scented wildflower.
And they're blooming right now.
They're blooming right now. Big clumps. They do it it's kind of cool. It's a little multi-level. So they have a bloom and then leaves and then a little space and then another level and then another level. So kind of easy to identify out in the fields.
They're in the seeds are in most wildflower mixes, but I think I'm right. It's a perennial. It comes back.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
What were
comes back
supposed to be.
And reseeds, but. Then again, Mark's right about that. The pollinators love them. Their butterflies are on there. In a lot of different versions, different color versions, and the fragrance is pretty potent.
Mm-hmm. What was it called again?
Bee balm.
Bee balm.
Monarda.
Interesting.
And attractive. They look like they're kind of like a snow cone or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Popsicle.
Yeah.
All right. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Got about 15 minutes in our show for today. So still plenty of time to get maybe a caller or two in.
Yeah, let us know how your tomatoes are doing. A lot of gardeners, including me, are harvesting quite a crop. The pole big is done very well. Kind of medium size when you compared it to Tycoon. About the same size as Celebrity, and at least in my garden. So if you got some reports there, we appreciate it. And then, I don't know. We'll, I guess we haven't got a lot of testimony as to whether we're real happy with the pole big or not. So that'll be, well, let's see. We'll have the rest of June to see what kind of performance we get.
Yeah, June is production month, so tell us all about the amount, the size, the taste of your tomatoes, particularly the pole big. I'd like to know.
Yeah. And then let's see, harvesting cucumbers, and I've started to harvest tutumas.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about how those went.
I never, my neighbors so far have utilized the ones that I've had available, but I'll be doing some of those. My next project's going to be some more beets. Mark, I think that's Mark's favorite vegetable, if I remember right. But no, I'm going to do the beets, and I'm going to do the onions again. The Red Creole and the 1015. A lot of onions with them, but I'm going to reduce the amount of jalapeno peppers that I put in there. They're good, but they're potent, man.
So, speaking of the jalapeno peppers, so Calvin gave me some of his produce from his garden, and the yellowish ones, the light green ones, I ate those whole.
Banana peppers?
Was that the banana peppers?
Yeah, mild.
Yeah. Then I was feeling excited, giddy. So I go, this jalapeno one. And I took 2 bites, and I was like, I have to go. I can get some water. Yeah. No, that was. They were potent.
I've got one tam mild plant, but
I was kind of hoping that you had told me that. I was kind of hoping that one of these jalapenos was tam.
I don't think I've harvested any tam milds,
okay.
but every one I've gotten from the other plants has been a little more potent than my taste too. But so that'll be good.
Speaking of potent, so I saw a Facebook post, and this expert finally described the difference or explained the difference between chili patin and Pekin. I don't know if you've ever heard the difference. Okay, Pekin are oval. Now, this is still the same native plant, just different areas within Texas and Mexico. Pekin are oval fruit, and chili patin are circular, little round berries. One they're a little bit smaller, and I think some of these modern ones, which you may see in a nursery, are crosses between those, or improved varieties of these. So I said I never knew this, but Pekin and Petin, Petin is round and Pekin is oval.
Now I grow a lot of them, but I don't harvest them for the pepper for my consumption. The birds.
Yeah.
The birds love them.
So in Spanish it's the bird pepper. Because of it's spread by birds and birds love them.
But plus it's an attractive plant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's very nice. And
The
a little
foliage is nice,
beautiful
yeah.
evergreen in your yard. You should always have one. And so some of these new varieties, improved varieties, have larger and more distinctive foliage and fruit.
Yeah, the
bigger,
red
bigger.
fruit is attractive. Now, I think the birds like the smaller fruit. They seem once it ripens, it does not stay on the plant long. But it's fun to watch. The birds. I was trying to figure which birds. I think house finches and cardinals, mockingbirds.
I was going to say mockingbirds.
Yeah, mockingbirds are one that you see a lot of.
For fruit, when it's ripe, they'll come in and clean out an area.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's fun.
Alex,
and the other thing.
You know why birds can eat peppers?
I believe so. I want to say
Well, why is that?
yes, they don't have any lips.
That is correct, sir. They have no lips.
Now, the other thing that is getting close is the Oscar okra. I wonder if anybody out there is harvesting okra yet.
Yeah, I say we're a little deficient. We had some here. Right now, we have Malabar spinach for anybody who's interested. We have some on the tables. But we had some Oscar. I didn't see it down there right now on the transplant. So this is the time we should be starting to see.
Some fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that in eggplant as well.
Oh, the eggplant I've been harvesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Black Beauty eggplant. We were looking for some of the smaller selections, but our supply here was dominated by the Black Beauty. And boy, if you're interested in the volume of production, that's the Black Beauty does it. It'll provide you all the eggplant that you can consume and use in recipes. Lots of different eggplant recipes. So, yeah, that's going good. Tomatoes, peppers, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, that's our summer crops. It's peppers, eggplant, and okra. And peas we can start to do a little bit. Southern peas.
Yeah, if you're going to have one of my articles, somebody had asked about the southern peas and why would you bother? I'm kind of the same opinion they are. If you got to pull them all out of the hulls. But if you use them for just like green beans, you harvest them before they mature in the pods. You can use them. Green beans, very tasty and I think they're just as good as green beans. Now, if you got to break every one of them out of the shell, of course, if you got one of those shelling machines, that's a little different. But
or several grandchildren.
Grandchildren.
About 10 minutes worth.
Yeah, that's right. They stay involved more than 10 minutes. You're pretty lucky. But they're good. Southern peas, and I've told you all about that. The fact that we used to on the youth gardens as the kids left for home or the school year was over, we always encouraged them to plant some southern peas to kind of help keep the weeds out of those raised bed gardens in the classroom areas. And the southern peas do a good job of covering whatever ground is available, even when you don't give them a lot of care. You know, if you get a little bit of rain, they'll cover a lot of territory and help keep the Bermuda grass from taking over the whole garden. Once that Bermuda grass is in there, it's tough to control. But it is worth I've had good luck with those grassy weed controls for the vegetable garden. That we went out of. We've got one of the products here.
The
Fertilome.
Fertilome.
Yeah, and then there's another in the
That one will do grassy weeds. Is that right?
yeah Bermuda grass, and you can use it in the vegetable garden. It's labeled for that. Also, Monterey grass skitter.
Yeah.
That's another one that's labeled for the vegetable garden, and really makes a big difference. You spray that Bermuda grass, and within a week you see it stops growing, and then in 3 weeks you get most of it dead.
And you listened to them in last week's article or the week before?
Several articles. I can't remember
Okay.
when the last one was, but I did.
Yeah.
I mentioned it in a few of the recent articles too, because of the fact that we did. I didn't emphasize enough that you gotta use the herbicides that the label allows you to use, and use the techniques, and so that's what we've been emphasizing.
We always like to say the label is the law, so read the label.
Well, and it's the amazing thing is that some of the same products, they have the same active ingredient, but they're not labeled to be used. Some of our most common grassy weed controls cannot be used in the vegetable garden, whereas some of the others can. And though they have basically the same active ingredient. But you do have to follow that law, the rules. So you want to be safe, and you want it to work. So get the ones that are labeled. Get a hold of the columns that talk about it, and then use those weeds. Use those herbicides to control the Bermuda grass that's in your vegetable garden.
We got about 3 minutes before we're off the air for today. Is there anything?
And tomorrow, what do we talk about tomorrow? We'll talk about hopefully we can talk some more about tomatoes, butterflies, and
help Mark find those plants which will deter mosquitoes.
Yes, we have lemongrass here, and it's definitely giving off some strong potency, but can only do so much.
So, are you going to carry that?
You have it right there. I broke off a piece.
Yeah, I'll keep it around, see what it does. I'll report back tomorrow.
Okay. But yes,
I believe ours.
So even another plant listed are marigolds. And don't we have some marigolds for sale here?
We sure
do. Yeah, there's some right there. They were they were on sale for quite a long time.
Not right now, but they're for sale.
They are for sale. They're available here at Milberger's.
So, but what we do have on sale are zinnias, vincas, pentas,
Vitex,
begonias.
Really the workhorses and mainstays of the gardens here in San Antonio.
And there's all three of those kind of zinnias that are, and my favorite, those Dreamlands. There's some yellows and some oranges that are unbelievable. You'll really like them. All right. Once that sale lasts until Monday.
Yes. So we still have a good couple of days to get these sales. Once again, I want to thank you, everybody, for listening to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. We'll be back live tomorrow. We will see you then.